Get ready to perform a miracle using nothing but touch and intuition. Self-working brilliance you'll be performing in minutes. So grab a deck, hit subscribe for more confidence boosting tutorials, and let's dive in to the magic. Okay, so as ever, let's just kickstart by taking a look at the effect itself, a demonstration of a true superpower. And you can just start by explaining you've separated the deck into black cards and red cards. And you can just show these to the spectator, explaining we're going to use these to run an experiment. And as you just separate the cards, you can also explain that actually red cards and black cards each have different weights. And we can use this information to our advantage. So just taking the red cards and placing these over here, and taking the black cards and placing these over here. Now in a moment you're going to turn away and you're going to invite a couple of spectators to each freely select 7 cards, taking cards from either pack, both the red cards and the black cards, but making sure they just mix things up a little bit so there's no way that you could know how many of each they have. So you're going to turn away and now invite a first spectator just to take a total of 7 cards from the packs, making sure they mix things up though. So let's say they take 1 card here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With that done, you can now turn back around and just recap with the first spectator that they do indeed have 7 cards and a good mixture of cards. You can now just turn the piles face up, recapping that we have the red cards over here and the black cards over here. Keeping the cards face up, you're now going to invite a second spectator to do exactly the same, taking a total of 7 cards, making sure they have a good mixture. So as you turn away, the second spectator will take their cards. Let's say they take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ask the second spectator to turn their cards face down onto the table so there's absolutely no way that you can see them. And with that done, you can now turn back around. At this point, you can just emphasize that each spectator now has 7 random cards, a mixture of black cards and red cards, and there is absolutely no way that you could know how many of each. However, you can also explain it using just the weight of the cards. You're now going to try to determine exactly how many red cards and black cards each of the spectators have. First of all though, you just need to calibrate your senses, and to do that you're just going to weigh some cards. So let's just take some black cards from over here, and you're just going to weigh these in your hand, just gauging their weight, and in the other hand also. And once you think you've got a good gauge for the weight here, you can just place these cards to the side. You're now going to use that information to weigh the spectators' cards and try to determine how many red and black cards each of them have. So you're just going to start with the second spectator taking their cards here and just weighing these in your hand. Emphasizing that you haven't even seen these cards, there's no way that you could know what cards are here, but just based on weight alone, using your calibrated information, you think in this pack there are 5 black cards and 2 red cards. With your guess made, you can now ask the second spectator just to take their cards and count them to the table. Remember, you've guessed 5 black and 2 red. Ask them to count the black cards first of all, and they will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves the final 2 cards, which they can now count to the table, revealing them both to be red, giving overall 2 red cards and 5 black cards, exactly matching your guess. Now some might say that's just a fluke or luck, so now you're going to try to do the same with the first spectator's cards. So now you're just going to take the first spectator's pack and weigh these in your hand, again emphasizing there's no way that you could know what cards are here. So just weighing the cards and calibrating, you're going to announce that in this pack here you believe there are 4 black cards and 3 red cards. You can now just ask the first spectator to take their pack here and to count the cards to the table, reminding them of your guess, 4 black cards and 3 red cards. So asking them just to count the black cards first, they will count 1, 2, 3, 4, leaving the final 3 cards, which they will now reveal all to be red, giving an overall mix of 3 red cards and 4 black cards, again exactly matching your guess. Now to the spectator, this will seem impossible, but you will be right every single time, and it's also super easy to perform, so stick around because now I will show you exactly how it works. Okay, so let's take a look at the secret to this effect. So to start, you're just going to separate the deck into black cards and red cards. However, secretly at the top of the red cards, you're also going to have 4 black cards. You also just need to remember the 7th black card from the face of the deck as your key card. So as you spread the cards, secretly count to this card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. In this instance, we can see the 2 of clubs. Now, as you go to separate the cards, you're secretly also going to take 3 red cards on top of the black cards. Once separated, just place the packs onto the table and then turn each pack face down. As you look away, you're now going to ask a first spectator just to draw 7 cards individually from the tops of the packs and just making sure they get a good mix. You can now turn back around and you're just going to turn each of the packs face up. So the red cards over here and the black cards over here. Again, as you look away, you're going to invite a second spectator to do the same, just drawing 7 cards individually from the top of either pack, making sure they get a good mix. Ask them to turn their pack face down so that you can't see the cards, and you can now turn back around. Now you're going to pretend to weigh some cards in order to calibrate, and here's what you do. You're going to take cards from the black pile here, counting cards as you go until you get to your key card. Remember, in this case, the 2 of clubs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once you get to your key card, in this case the 2 of clubs, you'll stop counting. Now the number of black cards you have here, including your key card, will tell you how many red cards the second spectator has in their pack. Here I have 5 black cards, so I know the second spectator has 5 red cards. And with that done, you can just place all of these cards to the side. Knowing the second spectator has 5 red cards here, you can now take their cards to weigh them and make your guess. Obviously in this case, that's going to be 5 red cards and 2 black cards. Asking the second spectator to count or show their cards on the table, you will be exactly right, revealing 5 red cards and 2 black cards. You can now pretend to weigh the first spectator's cards. Now here, because of the way the cards were arranged, the first spectator would always have 4 black cards and 3 red cards. Asking them now just to count or show their cards on the table, you can take your applause, because follow these steps and you will never be wrong. Another trick learned and another win earned. Keep stacking those wins and confidence stops being a feeling. It becomes who you are. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the magic alive.